50 Movies in 50 Weeks. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm trying to get through all 50 movies in this 50 movie box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. The movie I watched today was called The Amazing Mr. X from the year 1948. So this one really took me by surprise. It says The Amazing Mr. X. So I'm expecting, I don't know, I'm thinking of like one of those like weird, like a guy gets like irradiated and he's like running through a town irradiating things and he carries a woman. That's the movie I was expecting. That's not what this movie is at all. It's very clear that this is a thriller of some kind. Very inappropriately titled. I actually found that there are other titles for this movie. One's called The Mystic, and another one is called The Spiritualist. Both are more fitting titles to this movie. I'm actually surprised that this movie's in the public domain, and I've never heard about it before, because it is excellent. It's an excellent movie. When I looked it up on, not IMDb, but Wikipedia, its categories were horror, thriller, mystery, and neo-noir. I don't think it's a neo-noir, but it definitely is noir. With its use of cinematography, its use of shadows. The cinematography in this movie is amazing. I was really impressed by it. I found out that there is a book about cinematography and lighting. That sole subject of the book is this movie, and well deserving so. The use of shadows it took me by surprise. Also, the camera placement was very like almost Sam Raimi. There's a scene where a lady like wakes up from a nightmare and she runs to the sink and she starts washing her hands, and you have sink vision. You looking up to her, you know, turning on the water faucet and washing your hands from the POV of the sink. And there's a lot of like really cool camera work decisions that even when a scene is just talking heads, it's interesting looking. It's a compelling mystery too. I haven't even talked about the mystery yet. There is a woman who is having visions, and she consults a medium, and the medium is a scam artist. And he's trying to convince her that her husband is trying to reach to her from beyond the grave because she's thinking about getting married to another man because her husband's been dead for so long. But the husband is secretly still alive, and he starts blackmailing the medium for being a fraud. And ends up the husband that was thought dead is a murderer. And he is also a scam artist. And it's just a really cool and fun mystery. There's a lot of interesting, like, you don't really, it's kind of like an unreliable narrator where there's one character who's having nightmares and you're not quite sure what's real and what is not, what plays into the plot. I really enjoyed this one. This one took me very much by surprise. I actually watched it twice. I watched it halfway through. I had to go to work, and instead of just picking up where I left off when I came back from work, I watched it from the beginning because it took me so much by surprise that I wanted to fully experience it the second time. This is a gem of this set. If you have this one, definitely give this one a watch. I really enjoyed it. I like noir, and this it's. I am not saying this is a noir. Wikipedia says it's a noir, but it has very noirish elements to it. The ending kind of reminds me of only vaguely like Double Indemnity. I don't want to give too much of the plot away. I feel like I've already given a lot away. Sadly, the hook for this movie is the twist. So I felt in order to hook you guys into watching it yourself, I got to tell you just that little like twist, because the husband being alive is a bit of a shock, but it doesn't happen for like, I don't know, like 30-40 minutes into the movie. But it's what makes the movie. It's what makes the movie like worth talking about, and it makes it worth me like recommending it to people. And unfortunately, I kind of knew that that was going to happen because I read the little pamphlet in here, and it was like it said what was going on before it actually happened. So I was expecting it to, but it didn't ruin the movie. This movie, I don't think, can be ruined. The print's not great here. There is a Blu-ray of this running around somewhere, and I recommend you watch it. That's it for now, though. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next week. Remember, please be kind and rewind.